Many of us have seen the horrible images of factory farms. We won't show you the worst of them here because they're gruesome and can easily be found online, but here is a quick recap of the facts. It's estimated that around 31 billion land animals are farmed at any given moment, wallowing at the brink of death inside windowless, disease-ridden sheds. Female pigs are kept constantly pregnant in crates where they're unable to turn around. Calves are taken away from their mothers at birth. Egg-laying hens cram 5 at a time into cages the size of an iPad, while newborn male chicks are routinely dumped into shredders since they can't lay eggs. 1 in 3 chickens raised for meat can't walk because genetic manipulation has made them too large to carry their own weight. Over 100 billion farmed fish float in extremely crowded pools filled with diseases, where slaughter involves hours of suffocation. If you want to learn about these practices in more detail, I would recommend the free YouTube documentary called Dominion. In it, you'll see that these practices aren't the exception, but the rule. If you care about these issues, you're not alone. According to surveys, 50% of Americans believe that factory farming should end entirely. Unfortunately, going vegan is difficult for most people, even if we'd all like to see a cruelty-free world. Luckily though, there is still a tremendous amount you can do to help farmed animals and the planet without going vegan. So today we'll show you how you can help animals with your diet, your donations, your career, and your free time. As someone who's vegan himself, I would absolutely recommend it. It's the best way to cause the least amount of suffering through your diet. But only around 1% of the world's population is vegan. The fact is, going vegan is difficult for most people. The good news is, you can already save most animals by just cutting a few products. For the average American, 1 year of veganism would spare about 105 animals. Nearly 12 of these are birds, mostly chickens, and a whopping 93 of them are fish. Only a bit of cow and sheep is consumed.
The places to start are definitely with chickens, fishes, and other quote-unquote seafood. Because those animals have smaller bodies, they are consumed in the greatest numbers. Thinking of someone eating shrimps, they will have multiple shrimps in a sitting compared to having a product that comes from a cow where that product goes further.
If I were only going to cut one animal product out of my diet, I would, without question, cut out fish. That's because 74 billion fish are farmed at any given moment in time, and that doesn't count the trillions of fish that are wild caught. Fish have it particularly tough because they don't have any welfare requirements whatsoever, not for slaughter, not for their living conditions, not for anything. The second one that I would cut out is broiler chicken. There are 9 billion broiler chickens alive being farmed at any given moment in time.
The slaughtering process is awful too. They're hung upside down and then they're stunned with electricity before slaughter, but often the stunning process is not effective and they might even regain consciousness before having their necks cut.
The third thing I would cut out is eggs. There are 7 billion egg-laying chickens alive at any given time, and their lives are also not so great.
It's important to note that while cage-free eggs are a lot better than eggs from cage hens, they still produce a lot of suffering. Their lives are reduced to an indoor, windowless barn where they remain grounded for their entire lives. Free-range eggs are better because the chickens get to go outside, but outdoor access is only given for a very short amount of time, and there is still very little space. Pasture-raised eggs are the most ethical because the chickens get a lot more hours outside every day. They tend to live more natural lives, but conditions on these facilities can vary. But here's the thing, selective breeding has caused issues such as reproductive tract infections, stuck eggs, osteoporosis, and other ailments, which is an issue regardless of how humane the farm environment is, and newborn male chicks are still culled under all these labels. But what if someone just really loves one of these foods a lot and the meat alternatives don't satisfy them?
If shrimp is their absolute favorite thing, it can be the most impactful for animals, but if they won't give it up, then it's not going to make any impact at all. So start with something that they are willing to try, and then stick with it over time and try and go further.
Morality doesn't have to be black and white. You can just try to do your best, whether that means going fully vegan, cutting out a certain food, or just reducing your consumption of animal products.
A lot of people already have an idea that animal welfare is important and that they would like to do something, but trying to go vegan or vegetarian is just too big a step for the first step. So it's okay to take it a step at a time and reduce.
It's estimated that the average American can eliminate over 90% of the suffering caused by their diet by simply eliminating these 3 foods. Thankfully, modern food technology means that eating plant-based is easier and tastier than ever. Many people find it hard to distinguish between meat burgers and Beyond or Impossible burgers. You can also find plant-based versions of plenty of other animal products in your local stores, like Just Egg. Plant-based eggs that look, cook and taste very similar to the real thing. Other great meat alternatives and vegan recipe sources will be mentioned in the comments below. Feel free to add some ideas yourself too. I'm British, so I'm usually happy with beans on toast. Despite the immense suffering, farmed animals receive little charitable support compared to other causes. For every $1,000 donated to charity in the US, only $4 goes towards helping animals, and only 5 cents of that goes towards helping farmed animals. The vast majority of money that's given to animal causes is going to pet shelters, even though for every 1 pet being euthanized in a shelter, there are 3,400 farmed animals being slaughtered. Okay, let's say you were convinced and you want to donate money to help animals. How can you tell which charities are the most effective? Well, Animal Charity Evaluators, or ACE, has been trying to answer this question since 2012. They conduct in-depth research and publish a list of the ones that they think help animals the most per dollar. 2 of their 3 top charities focus on farmed animals: Faunalytics and the Humane League. Faunalytics conducts incredible research to empower activists to help animals more effectively. The Humane League works to end the abuse of animals for food.
We do that primarily by influencing the policies of the world's biggest companies, working on legislation, and encouraging folks to leave animals off their plates. So the Humane League and our partner organizations succeeded in getting essentially every major company in the US to go cage-free. In 2016, we formed the Open Wing Alliance to support organizations around the world in securing corporate cage-free pledges. And today we have 78 member organizations in 63 countries.
Both Faunalytics and the Humane League are really great places if you want to donate to help animals, and your money will go really far. Estimates vary and are very uncertain, but donating just $1 to cage-free campaigns like those of the Humane League could help between 7 and 250 chickens go cage-free for a year. Improving welfare conditions is an important step, but it will never completely end animal farming. The Good Food Institute takes a different approach. They were an ACE top charity from 2016 up to 2020, and we would still recommend them. The Good Food Institute works across the globe to increase the availability of cheaper and tastier alternatives to meat. This involves 2 main technologies: plant-based imitations like the Impossible Burger or Just Eggs, and cultivated meats, where animal cells grow in vitro to produce real meat without the live animal. Over the past few years, we have seen massive growth around these technologies. But there are still lots of gaps that markets aren't filling fast enough. Gaps that the Good Food Institute is working to close. They're trying to get public funding into alternative protein research so that the market as a whole can use this research rather than any one company using it for its own benefit. And they help entrepreneurs with setting up alternative protein businesses.
Some meat companies are trying to put their thumb on the scale of animal products by doing things like outlawing the use of terms like milk for anything but cow's milk, or burger for anything but a beef burger.
The Good Food Institute has successfully lobbied governments to stop the censorship of words like these. Both improving welfare conditions of animals alive today through charities like the Humane League and helping to develop alternative proteins through the Good Food Institute are important strategies. The first improves lives today. The latter helps us get to a world where no farmed animal has to live in misery, because we will have developed alternatives that are as tasty and cheap as present animal products. Donations to these charities can achieve a lot, but if you don't have the money to donate, or if you want to know what else you can do, keep watching. You have roughly 80,000 hours in your career, so how you use that time matters if you want to have a big positive impact on the world. An organisation called 80,000 Hours provides advice on how you can use your career to help solve the world's biggest problems, including but not limited to animal welfare. They also have a job board where you can find highly impactful jobs. many of which are at effective animal welfare organisations. And there's the non-profit called Animal Advocacy Careers, which is kind of similar to 80,000 Hours, but they focus just on animal welfare. They also have a page filled with volunteer actions you can take.
If you thought that you might want to spend your career in farm-to-animal advocacy, and I should say, I definitely think that you should, the things that I would think about are what your relative skills are and where you're located, because the most tractable interventions of today are kind of different based in what geographic region you're based in. If you're based in Asia, Godspeed, go do anything. There are so many farmed animals in Asia and relatively so few advocates working on it that pretty much anything that you would want to do would be helpful. I would join up with an existing farmed animal organization in the region, and you could work on policy, you could work on corporate campaigns, you could work on meat reduction. There's just so many wonderful things that you could do.
I'd recommend getting involved with as many different groups as you can, figuring out what type of organization it is you want to work for, and then trying to balance the current needs of the movement with your interests and your skills.
The advice for volunteering is actually very similar. Many organisations could use volunteers in a variety of roles, whether it be advocacy, communications, or research, so often any help is welcome.
I recommend that everyone gets more involved in online activism. Many animal groups have online volunteer networks with quick daily actions you can take to support their campaigns. And if you were to do all of the actions on all 3 of these sites, it would probably take you less than 10 minutes. So it's extremely fast, and it really does go a long way in helping us win these impactful campaigns.
Contemplating animal cruelty can make some people feel depressed, apathetic, or even enraged, but we hope this video has inspired some optimism. Cutting animal products from your diet can help dozens of animals every year. Even small donations, if given to effective charities, can help hundreds of animals and contribute to developing a cruelty-free food system. And you can use your career and your time to help animals too. But maybe you think that other problems are more pressing. This YouTube channel covers a range of issues, so subscribe to learn about more ways we can move towards a happier world.
Hey everyone, Jeroen here. If you liked this video or if you thought it was important, please share it with your friends. I want to give a big thank you to Jack Hancock for hosting this video. You should check out his YouTube channel, Humane Hancock, too. I personally really like this video on wild animal suffering. I think it's a very interesting topic. We may have made some mistakes in this video. There could be inaccuracies, so if you see any or if you have any criticisms, feel free to let us know in the comments down below. So yeah, thanks for watching and see you next time.